Hello, boys and girls. We are going to do Mastery Test 5 today. So I need you to have your small test booklet out today, and you're going to be turning to Mastery Test 5. You'll need a sharpened pencil and an eraser. And I would really like, if possible, for you to take a picture of your completed Mastery Test 5 and email it to me, okay? If you can do that for me, that way I can see whether or not you're ready to move on to the next lessons, or whether or not you need me to do any reteaching and remedies. So this is really important, if possible, that you can take a picture of this and email it to me. Okay, so you are on the page that looks like my page here on the screen. And for the first part here, your pencils are down. This is a timed part. And so I'm going to get my timer ready. You are going to have 1 minute to complete these. So do not start until I tell you to. Okay, and I have my clock ready for 1 minute. Okay, pick up your pencils, put your pencil on A, and go. And boys and girls, stop. That is time. If you finished all of these in the given amount of time, that is wonderful. If not, put a line after where you left off and pause this video and finish all of those problems now. And then know that if it took you a little bit longer, you may want to continue working on plus and minus 3 facts, okay? So finishing this and then moving on. Okay, now that you have finished part 1, go ahead and touch part 2. You're going to figure out the cents for each side, and then you make the sign in the middle that compares them. So remember your alligator sign for which side is bigger, okay? Go ahead and do A, B, and C. Pause the video and finish A, B, and C. And then press play. Okay, now that you have finished part 2, touch part 3 in your test booklet. I'm going to read the directions. It says to write the statement with 3 values on the top line. So remember, the middle number, the small number, and the big number is what you're going to write on the top line. And then on the bottom line, you are going to be comparing the smallest number to the biggest number. Okay? So go ahead, pause the video, complete A and B. Okay, now that you have finished part 3, touch part 4 in your workbook. Okay, and you have some comparison problems, I will read the problem to you. I want you to then pause the video, work it out, and then push play again, okay? So we'll do A first. Ron had 18 books. He bought 3 more books. How many books did he end up with? Pause the video, work it out. Okay, and then now we're going on to B. Beth had some pens. She lost 4 pens. She ended up with 25 pens. How many pens did she start with? Pause the video and work this one out. And moving on to C, Sally had some pizza slices. She made 16 more pizza slices. She ended up with 26 slices. How many slices did she start with? Pause the video, work it out. And D, Bill had $25. He spent $14. How many dollars did he end up with? Pause the video and work it out. Remember, boys and girls, these are start and end problems, okay? So you should have E and S in each problem. Pause it and work it. Okay, now that you are finished with part 4, go ahead and touch part 5 on your worksheet. You can see that you have some multiplication equations. Go ahead and pause this video and work those equations. And now that you're finished with part 5, touch part 6 in your test book. For some of these problems, you will have to rewrite the top number. Pause this and work all the problems in part 6. Okay, and students, now we are going on to part 7. Students, for this part, you would need a ruler to be able to measure the line that's in your book. If you have a ruler, go ahead and measure these. So you can see that sometimes you measure in centimeters, cm. Sometimes you measure them in inches, in, cm, in. So if you have a ruler in your house that you can use, you can measure this. If you do not have a ruler in your house, just go ahead and cross off the part 7, okay? And don't worry about it. Okay? Pause the video if you're doing it. Going on to part 8, boys and girls, the directions say that you'll complete each equation. So go ahead and use the numbers that are here to finish the problem and work it. Pause it, pause my video and finish it. And moving on to part 9, the directions say that you will write R, T, or C in each shape. Then go back and write S in each of the squares. So remember, some of these shapes will have 2 letters because some of them will be a rectangle and also a square. Okay? So go ahead, boys and girls, and work all of these problems. And when finished, pretty please, if possible, take a picture of your completed test and email it to me. And then that way I can look at it, I can give you some feedback, and I can offer remedies or reteaching if there's parts that were difficult for you. Okay, thanks for working hard today. Have a great day. Bye.